The island of the dolls, known in Spanish as Isla de las Muñecas, sits within the ancient canals of Xochimilco. Xochimilco is a historic borough of Mexico City. It is famous for its chinampas, the artificial islands built by the Aztecs for agriculture. Most of these chinampas are peaceful gardens and farms. But one island stands apart. For over 50 years, this small plot of land was managed by a man named Don Julián Santana Barrera. Don Julián was a quiet man who chose to live as a hermit, leaving his family behind to live on the island. The story goes that shortly after moving there, Don Julián made a tragic discovery. He reportedly found the body of a young girl who had drowned in the canal near his shore. Not long after, he spotted a plastic doll floating down the dark water. Don Julián took the doll and hung it from a tree branch. He believed the doll held a connection to the girl's spirit. He hung it as a sign of respect and to protect himself from the restless soul of the deceased. But he did not stop with one doll. Over the next 5 decades, hanging dolls became Don Julián's life's work. He searched the trash canals for discarded toys. He traded agricultural produce with locals for old dolls. He hung them in trees. He nailed them to the walls of his wooden cabin. He tied them to the fences along the water. Over the years, the dolls changed. The hot Mexican sun bleached their plastic skin. The rain rotted their fabric clothes. Spiders spun webs across their open eyes. Many lost limbs, eyes, and hair. The island became a silent, disturbing gallery of decaying toys. Don Julián maintained the island until 2001. In that year, his nephew found him dead. Don Julián had drowned in the canal. According to his family, he passed away in the exact spot where he claimed to have found the drowned girl decades earlier. Following his death, the island's story spread worldwide. It transitioned from a hermit's private retreat into a famous dark tourism destination. Today, tourists pay local boatmen to take them to the island on colorful wooden boats called trajineras. Visitors walk among the decaying dolls, and some bring new dolls to hang as offerings. But we must look at the facts behind the legend. Don Julián was a real man. His family confirms his decades of isolation on the Chinampa, but local authorities have no official historical record of a young girl drowning near the island during the time Don Julián claimed. Many believe the drowned girl was a creation of Don Julián's mind, born from the psychological weight of his isolation. Yet the lack of a record does not diminish the atmosphere of the location. The physical reality of the island is undeniable. Thousands of decaying dolls still hang from the trees, swaying in the wind. The wooden cabin where Don Julián lived still stands, and the dark waters of Xochimilco still surround the island. Is the island haunted by a restless spirit? Or is the real story about the fragility of the human mind when left alone with its thoughts? The dolls do not move on their own. They do not whisper in the dark. But they stand as a physical record of one man's struggle with grief and isolation. This is the file on the island of the dolls. A real Aztec chinampa. A hermit who spent his life hanging toys. A tragic death in the canal. And a location that has become a legend. Maybe a spirit remains in the canal. Maybe the story is a testament to the power of human belief. Or maybe the dolls are just waiting for the next visitor. Unexplained does not mean proven. It means unfinished. And this file is still open.